Welcome back to Red Dead Redemption 2. This wonderful game is finally releasing for PC, and today we're going to be going over the top 5 tips that you need to know to really get the best experience when starting off in Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, this is the first episode in a series of videos that I'm going to be doing to help you either get refreshed in the game if you haven't played in a while, or to help you get the best start and the best things in Red Dead Redemption 2 if you're experiencing it for the first time. Now, we're going to get right into the first tip, and that is for a free gold bar that you can get literally right at the beginning of Chapter 2, which is really when free roam starts. Because in Chapter 1, you're going to be stuck in the snow area and can't leave. But we're going to get this free gold bar, and we're going to be able to unlock fast traveling, which is going to help make life just a little bit easier when you first start off in this rough and crazy world. But where we're going to be going right now is to the burnt-down village of Limpany. And your camp when you first start in Chapter 2 is going to be just south of Valentine at Horseshoe Overlook. So if you go just southwest of Horseshoe Overlook, right down here into Limpany, there's going to be a burnt-down village, and there's a sheriff's office at the very edge of it, just next to this jail. If you walk into the sheriff's office, under this desk is going to be a lockbox here with your first free gold bar. Now, there's many different ways to get gold in this particular game, and I seem to have already taken this gold bar, so it explains why I have $611 already, but in that lockbox will be a gold bar. And you're going to grab that, and we're going to go ahead and head back to camp to be able to unlock fast traveling. Now, as a little bonus tip, this isn't actually a tip in the video, but if you did pre-order Red Dead Redemption 2, then there should be a dead body in here in one of these jail cells holding a treasure map. He's going to be right here holding a treasure map. You can pick this up and get even more gold. So just a little bonus tip for this particular video, but let's head back to the camp. Now, when you first start off in Red Dead Redemption 2, you're just going to have the tithing box here, and you can contribute to that, but what you need to do is you need to actually get a few of the quests done from Leopold Strauss. You can see him on your mini-map with the LS. And he'll be sitting over here at the very edge of Horseshoe Overlook in Chapter 2. Now, if you've already done these, you will have unlocked the Ledger, which allows you to upgrade your camp, and that's what you're going to need to get. Now, once you've completed all of those missions with Leopold Strauss, you will get the Ledger here just next to the tithing box, and that's what you're going to need to access and upgrade your camp with. And once we get inside of here, the thing we're going to want to upgrade to be able to unlock fast traveling is the camp. So we're going to upgrade lodging. And we need to be able to upgrade the bone shelter to the first things first for $176. And then once we've got that one unlocked, we've got to upgrade Arthur's lodging. Of course, we have to upgrade Dutch's lodging first, because he's the leader of this merry band of hooligans. And then we got next in line, which is $260 for Arthur wants a map to help plan journeys, which is your fast travel map. Look at it in all of its beauty. Now, this will be located on the back of Arthur's wagon, wherever Arthur's area is in camp. Now, later in the game, well, I don't want to give any spoilers, but basically, wherever Arthur's bed is, you're going to be able to find the fast travel map very close by, and it's pretty much always behind this little wagon here. And any fast travel location that you have found, you'll be able to see as an option within this map. Now, tip number 2, you're going to need to go all the way back up north, way northwest of Valentine, and just northwest of Lake Isabella. And this is going to get you one of the best horses until a little bit later in the game, because as you progress through the game, you will be able to unlock better horses and purchase them at the stable. But for Chapter 2, this white Arabian right here is going to be a very, very significant upgrade for early game, especially if you didn't do any of the higher pre-orders and stuff like that. And what you're going to need to do is you can calm it if you sneak up to it, or you can run up to it and lasso it like this, but make sure you don't get stuck between trees like that. But basically, we're just going to try and get this in an open area here, and then lasso this bad boy. And then you're going to want to calm it. Now, you're also going to want to make sure to pay attention to your stamina, because if you run out of stamina, you're not going to be able to tame the horse. Let's go ahead and hop on, And then every time it tells us to calm, we're going to hit the calm button, which is, if you're using a controller, the X button. And you're going to want to hold back, basically lean back on the horse. It might take you a few tries to do this because it's not always the easiest thing in the world. Now, you do need to make sure to lean the opposite way that the horse is actually rotating in as well while holding back on it. And it should help you calm it a little bit easier. And then as you go, it gets a little bit easier and a little bit easier until you successfully tame the horse. So if it's bucking to the right, you're going to want to hold back and slightly to the left on the thumbstick. And if it's bucking to the left, you want to hold it back and slightly to the right. Now, this horse has very good stats. As you can see, it's already got the same exact stats as the horse we've been riding around for a while. And these stats will actually improve as you bond with your horse. You can bond with your horse by feeding it, walking around, and taking off the saddle. There's a bunch of different ways to improve it, and you'll also improve your bonding just by riding around on it. Now, there is a bonus tip here. Bonus tip number 2. While you're sprinting around on your horse, about every 5 seconds, you can click in on the left button on the controller, or whatever button it tells you to when you're playing on the PC to calm your horse while riding. And you can actually regenerate stamina while running. So if you're using this method, you can actually run pretty much all the way across the map without ever running out of stamina. And this improves as you bond with your horse, and it will only start working once you get like level 1, level 2 bonding. You need to put the horse on, or the saddle on the horse first. But yeah, the white Arabian, always at the spot. If the horse does at any point in time die and you want to get another one, you're going to have to wait a few in-game days, come back to this exact same spot, and you'll be able to find it again. Now, tip number 3 is another 2-parter. We're going to try and do this as quickly as possible. This is going to help you get all the perfect pelts that you're going to need throughout the game for upgrades and tons of different trinkets in the game. And you're going to want to come here just north of Strawberry. Strawberry is down here, and this is west of Valentine, just southwest of Little Creek. And you're going to come here, and there's going to be a legendary buck here that we need to hunt. Now, this is very important. It's one of the first things that I always hunt when doing a playthrough. When you come to this exact location, you're going to be able to go into Eagle Eye, and you're going to see these basically just this golden pillar coming up from the ground, and this is going to initiate your hunt for the legendary buck. And once you actually hunt down and kill the legendary buck, we're going to be able to trade its hide in for an item that's going to improve the quality of all, or gives us a chance to get a perfect quality pelt when hunting, which makes things significantly easier. So the goal of this right now is to follow its little tracks and then inspect the clues until it spawns. And there she is. Now, the thing about this particular animal, or any legendary animal at that, is once you get it to spawn, you actually don't need to worry about getting like the perfect shot on it. Although it does help to actually take it down quickly. But if you don't kill it on the first shot, you don't have to worry about ruining the pelts. You can even shoot these things with explosive ammo, and it'll still count. So just keep that in mind. Now, if you happen to get an alert that says something like it's not in the area, you're going to need to come back at a different time to hunt it down. Now, this thing did just book it. We gotta get it. Now, one of the nice tricks... Now, nice thing about this particular deer is you can just chase it down with your horse and shoot it with a shotgun, and wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. You got yourself your first legendary animal. Now, skin this bad boy. Now we got to go to the fence. Now, if you haven't unlocked the fence at Emerald Ranch yet, you can go to pretty much any other fence in the game, and the next closest one is going to be in Rhodes, which is just south of Emerald Ranch, and this one will automatically be unlocked when you go to it. What you're going to need to do is just talk to this fine gentleman. You're going to not buy or sell. You need to craft. And then in this crafting options menu, we're going to have the buck antler trinket. Now, what this is going to do is it's going to occasionally improve the quality of a pelt of a lower tier animal. So if you're hunting down a really rare animal and you find a tier 2 quality animal, you may very well, if you get a perfect kill on that, be able to upgrade that pelt to a perfect quality pelt. And it also makes it more difficult for perfect quality pelts to be degraded. In other words, it's literally the best item in the game if you plan on doing any hunting whatsoever. Now for tip number 4. This may very well be the most important tip in this list. Unfortunately, I can't go too in-depth into it, but trust me when I say that you do not want to rush through this game. This is meant to be played slow, explore every nook and cranny, really ingrain yourself within the world, but if you just play through the story and rush through it as fast as possible, you're really going to not be experiencing all that this game has to offer. I cannot stress it enough that the really, really important parts of this game really lie outside of the story. It's the experiences that you have, the secrets that you find, the dogs that you pat. There are so many side stories, missions, and things like that, and honestly, after playing the game multiple times, my favorite experiences really aren't the story. They're all the little side missions, and there is so many different things to find in this game that if you just plow through the story and that's it, you're going to be missing pretty much the best part of the game. And this is where it really shines, in just finding everything you can within this world. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but that is tip number 4. Take your sweet time and enjoy the world. Now for tip number 5, getting the best saddle in the game. You can get this, obviously, just in Chapter 2 at the very beginning. You can do all of these things, really, at the beginning of the game if you so desire. But this is going to get us the best saddle in the game, and we need to hunt down a panther. We need a perfect panther. I'm hoping we can find it here on our first shot. But this is the best place to hunt them down. If you find a low-quality panther and can't get a good one, you're basically just going to have to wait a few in-game days and come to this area just south of Rhodes. And in this area, you're going to be able to find the panther. Now, this thing is very sneaky, so make sure you've got Deadeye Core. Make sure you have got your body prepared for potentially being mauled, and have a bow handy, because we're going to need to shoot this thing in the face to get the perfect pelt, and using the bow is going to make sure we don't damage the pelt any further after having shot it in the face to begin with. So basically, we're going to troll around these woods until we either see the panther or get attacked by it, because they like to sneak up on yo booty. And there is the panther. Now the question is it a perfect panther? The second question is, where the hell is it going? Because it just tried to run away. There it is. Gotta be careful. Try and get it right in the face. Bam! Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Let's see what we got. One perfect panther pelt. Now, as I said, if you don't get a perfect panther pelt or you accidentally ruin it, you just need to come back to this place a few game days later. It usually takes about 3 to 4 in-game days before they respawn, and you'll just have to try again. Now, once you have your perfect panther pelt, you're going to want to go to any of the trappers across the map. The one I frequent is just north of Strawberry. And we're going to need to do a couple of things here. First thing, you're going to sell the perfect panther pelt that you have. And you're also going to sell the legendary buck pelt if you haven't already. So let's go ahead and sell both of these. And then we can go into buy. And as long as we've sold him one of the perfect panther pelts, he will then craft us the Panther Trail Saddle. This is the best saddle in the game. Now, all you'll have to do is go to a stable and equip it. That saddle is absolutely amazing. It looks a freaking baller. And that does it for today's top 5 tips for starting out in Red Dead Redemption 2. I do hope you all enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And I will be providing more tutorials for Red Dead Redemption 2 and Red Dead Online for all of you now starting out on the PC. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.